Welcome to today's forest therapy. Today's forest therapy practice is based off of Japanese principles of forest bathing. The idea that being in nature is good for you helps provide a sense of community and communion and helps just make us feel more at home and more integrated with the world around us. Today's forest therapy practice is going to last about half an hour. We're going to start with a meditation, go into an invitation, and we'll close with a closing ceremony. I'm outside today. You don't have to be outside. You could be inside or near a window. Just basically near anything that makes you think of nature and makes you feel connected to nature, maybe near some rocks or some plants that you really feel connected to. And if you do want to start your own forest therapy practice, the best suggestion I can give is be sure to go somewhere that's nearby that you're going to visit often, and just go there for a couple times a week and just sit for 20 minutes. Just notice the world around you, notice anything that comes up within, and notice kind of, the trees and the animals and the patterns that kind of surface when we spend time in nature. That being said, let's get started on our grounding meditation. If you did want to take this practice outside, now's a great time to pause. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and give everyone a minute to find a comfortable place where you can be seated for the next 10 minutes. And I invite you to close your eyes and just start to notice our breathing. Really feel that breath in our chest, that rise and fall. Maybe there's a movement or a sensation in our chest that we can notice. Maybe we notice a difference in our throat when we're breathing in and out. Maybe there's a taste over our tongue or a temperature with the breath. Whatever area is drawing your attention the most, let's just let that surface. Just let ourselves focus on that. Once we focus on our breath, on our chest, on our breathing, let's take a gentle notice of ourselves, and let's reflect that someday our breath will stop. Someday our breath will stop. And what might that be? What might that be like? Where might we be when that happens? What will we be after our breath stops? Noticing any feelings that come up, any anxiety or tension, any fear, any thoughts of missing out, all very natural. Just finding a way to let those go. And just envisioning what the world will be like, what we will be like when our breathing stops. Maybe there's a color that's coming up for you, a sensation. Maybe it's completely overwhelming to imagine a space where we don't exist. Maybe it's very comforting to imagine a time when we don't exist. Knowing that our breathing will someday stop, how does that change how we notice our breath now? Are we paying more attention to it? Maybe too much attention? Is it difficult to maintain that natural breath? Is it difficult to trust that natural breath, knowing that it won't be here forever? Now thinking of a time before our breath began, before we were breathing. Just tapping into what that was like before we came into existence. What might that feel like? The space before we're alive, before we're breathing, before we're born. How does that feel different in the time that will come? Maybe it's calmer because it's in the past. Is there anything between those two times that we can notice that is similar? Anything that we can unite about those two experiences? About those two lack of experiences? Now let's return our attention to the time when we are breathing. The time when we took our first breath to now. And all the time in the future when we will continue to breathe. See how all that time is right now. How all that breath is this current breath we're taking. Letting go of any expectations we have about breathing. And just recognizing that now this current breath satisfies our needs, gives our body everything it needs, and our brain everything it needs. And just feeling that current breath and noticing it. Does it feel different than when we started? Does it feel the same? And if you could choose one experience to have before we started breathing, the space when we are breathing, And the space that will come after we take our last breath. Which space would you choose? Which space are you drawn to? Well, whatever space that is, just letting that come up in our focus, letting it surround us like a bubble, letting everything else fall away, and just experiencing the sensations that we wanted to experience, turning those up, letting the sensations we don't want to experience be turned down, grow farther away from us. Letting that bubble around us grow bigger in time, grow bigger into the future and bigger into the past. Go far into the future as we can possibly imagine with our bubble. Go as far into the past as we can possibly imagine. And just notice that all that space, all that continuity is right here for us, right now. No matter what time, helps us feel the most comfort, helps us feel the most connected, that's surfacing for us, and that's something we can choose any time of the day, any day of the week, any week of the year. Now choosing again which emotion we'd like to feel, and letting that fill our bubble. And letting our bubble recede from the future back to the present. And letting our bubble recede from the past back to the present. Until we're back in our chest with the sensation we chose. And let's just take a minute and feel that comfort. Feel that calm stillness. And know that we generated that for ourselves without any help or any money or any time really, or any effort. Knowing that we can generate those things for ourselves whenever we want. Now letting our eyes move against the light. Maybe letting our fingers move and our toes. Imagining the space around us. And when we're ready, gently opening our eyes. And coming back to the present moment. Alright, that was our grounding ceremony. If you have anything you want to share about what you noticed, now's a great time to do that. And I'll wait for you to finish. Alright. And I'll share next. I was really surprised at how different the space before we start breathing and the space after we stop breathing, how different those spaces really feel. I thought they'd feel similar, but they really felt very different for me. So I'll begin our first invitation now. It's fall here, things are starting to fall and complete their part of their cycle where they were living and start the next part of their cycle. So I would just encourage you to find things that are in a life cycle that's not being alive right now. Maybe some apples that have fallen from a tree, which is what I see and smell around me. Or maybe some leaves that have fallen. I'd encourage you to find something and really observe it. Observe any smells, any feelings, any sights that have to do with that part of their life cycle being completed. And we'll do that for about 6 minutes. So we'll come back at 23 minutes into the video. And I'll see you then. Okay, buddy. Okay, my love. Let's go for a little walk. Let's go for a little walk. Yeah. Let's go walk around a little bit. Okay. Come here. All right. Okay, we're back. I'll share first. What I noticed the most was that things that are dead, I guess, for lack of a better word, they're very noticeable. Like these apples are very smelly. They're very pungent and, much more noticeable than when they were alive. When they were on the tree and growing, I think you could kind of walk past them, not see them. And now, you really can't, you really notice them. You really notice them. Yeah. And like the dead leaves, they're very crunchy when you walk over them. And yeah, I just think it's interesting. There's that even though, they're finished with life, there's still a lot going on. There's still a lot of really noticeable characteristics. If you'd like to share what you're noticing, go ahead. Okay. And now we'll go into our closing ceremony. I'm going to say something I want to take with me and something I want to leave. I want to take with me the sensation of walking over the fallen, I don't know what they are, but they're kind of little wooden pieces that fell out of the tree, and it just was really nice to walk over them because I think I have a bug bite on my foot. So it felt really nice to walk on them. That's what I want to take, and I think I'll leave just excitement. Fall is my favorite season. Everything's so quiet and peaceful and grateful. It feels like everything's just blissed out from the summer and getting ready for what's to come. If you want to say something you're going to take and something you're going to leave, go ahead. Oof, 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 And then if there's anything else that will help this practice feel more complete for you today, go ahead and share that. And I just feel good. I just want to share how lucky it is that all the seasons are so magical and beautiful in their own way. And fall is one that I really, really like. So, what a beautiful earth we live on. That we get all these different seasons just for being here. We don't have to do anything for it. We just get it. And that's the conclusion of our forest therapy practice today. I'm going to leave the video up. I don't know how much longer we'll be here, but I'm going to leave the video up for you to enjoy this beautiful nature with us. Yeah, and I hope you have a great weekend. We're swimming. Oh, we fell over. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Judy, Judy. Judy, Judy. Super baby. Super baby. Look at that tooth coming through. Look at that tooth. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Here comes that tooth. That tooth is coming. No, 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 no. I can see it. Woo! Are we done? Okay. Hey, finished playing out here for today? Okay. Oh, look at it. Okay. We had a nice time. We can go. Okay. Are we done? Yes. Okay, let's go. Okay. Do you want to crawl around a little bit? Do you want to crawl over the fence? Come here. Okay. Okay. We did good. We did good. We can go. That was a good time. That was a good time, my love. I love you. I love you, my baby. Alright. Good. Good try. Okay, let's go home. Let's go home. You wanna go home?